Hey friends, welcome back to Aussie Wealth Builder, where financial freedom begins, $1 at a time. Today we are diving into a powerful story, the tale of two people, two lives, two choices. One ended up being wealthy, free and peaceful, the other stuck, broke and became bitter. Stick around till the end and reflect, which path are you in? This story is for entertainment and inspiration only. It's not financial advice. Now let's dive in. Let me introduce you to our first two characters, Mr. Rich and Mr. Poor. Both were classmates, same school, same city, same starting salary after graduation. They earned $60,000 per year. No silver spoon, no inheritance, just two young men in their early 20s, starting life in Melbourne, Australia. So, Mr. Rich, he was quiet, he was grounded and very much disciplined. He didn't care much about what others thought. He didn't upgrade his car. He did not buy new clothes every month. But he had a secret weapon. You know what? That was clarity. On the other hand, Mr. Poor, he was full of energy and ambition. But also he had a lot of ego. He cared a lot about how he looked, the car he drove, the watch on his wrist. He loved showing off, not just to his friends, but the strangers on the social media. He was very confident that money would always come. And let's fast forward 3 years from now on. What happened? Now, Mr. Rich lives in a same modest one-bedroom apartment, drives a used Corolla car, makes coffee at his home, and invests roughly $1,000 to $1,500 every month into index funds like ETFs and listed investment companies. He also automates his investing. He doesn't try to time the market. He avoids debt, except for a mortgage he's saving for. He reads about investing, listens to podcasts, and never misses his budget checking in every Sunday evening. On the other hand, let's see what Mr. Poor does. He constantly upgrades his iPhone every year, lives in a flashy rental with a new city view, drives a financed BMW, and spends his weekends at the clubs, brunches, and on Instagram. His credit card was always maxing out. He pays only the minimum. And then he used to say himself, I'll earn more next year. He says sipping the cocktails and planning his next overseas trip on Afterpay. This is Aussie Wealth Builder, where financial freedom begins, $1 at a time. Now the wake-up call. Now both are 35 years of age. Mr. Rich has 8 years of consistent investing, thanks to the compound growth and dividends. His portfolio is now worth around $350,000. He bought a home in outer Melbourne, Australia with a very small mortgage, and he is married to a partner who shares his mindset, which is beautiful. They now live a very simple life, enjoy road trips, and spend time with the family. They are not rich by Instagram standards, but their stress level are very low every day. Their emergency fund is very strong, and their monthly dividend income covers 30% of the expenses already. On the other hand, Mr. Poor, he is now juggling 2 credit cards, a personal loan, and guess what? He's still renting. His income has increased, sure, but so has his lifestyle and his expenditure. He now earns $100,000 but spends $110,000. What about the stress? Yes, it's constant. He dreads Mondays, fights often with his partner, and has no clue where his money is going. By age 45, Mr. Rich has hit $1 million in net worth, mostly in dividend-paying ETFs and his home equity. He works part-time now, mentors young investors, and is planning a semi-retirement in his fantasy world. His kids are in a good school. He teaches them about saving, investing, and gratitude. He wakes up early, walks every day, and sleeps peacefully at night. On the other hand, Mr. Poor is burned out, still renting, still working 60-hour weeks. He often says, I wish I had started this earlier. He scrolls Instagram, sees people retiring at 40, and now he feels stuck. He now listens to podcasts and watches YouTube, finance related, but the regret weighs very heavy. But the years kept passing. Now, what's the moral of the story? You see, wealth is not about luck or IQ or intelligence. It's about habit, my friends. Mr. Rich didn't win the lottery. He just said no to the distractions every day and yes to the discipline year after year. On the other hand, Mr. Poor, he wanted great things in life. But he was not dumb. He was just blind to the long-term cost of short-term pleasures. The difference between a $1,000 bag and a $30 one wouldn't matter when you are old. But the habit of investing, that $970 difference every month consistently, that makes a lot of difference. And that will shape your future. Now let's see how these consequences get compound over years. Mr. Rich is now 50 years. He spent 6 months a year in India, living off dividends from his $1 million plus portfolio. His company still pays him a modest salary, but most of his income is now passive. He helps his wife run a small side business, and together they volunteer on the weekends. They are not rich by Instagram standards, no luxury cars, no viral vacations, but they are free. No debt, no boss, no alarm clock unless they choose. On the other hand, Mr. Poor, yes, he's still chasing his paychecks. His car loan got refinanced again. The healthcare put him on unpaid leaves, and he's now realizing he doesn't have income protection or any long-term plan. He whispers to himself at night, just 5 more years, but deep down he knows he wasted his best ones. Life had different plans, isn't it, for everybody? Mr. Rich reflects on one morning. He sips tea by his garden. He's not a genius. He didn't time the market, my friends. He just followed his boring habits for 20 years. Spend less, invest early, stay consistent. And that's discipline. He smiles because he knows he bought freedom $1 at a time. Meanwhile, Mr. Poor stares at his tax bill, unsure where his money went. His kids now ask him, Dad, why don't we have a house like our friends? The guilt stings Mr. Poor. He remembers laughing at budgeting apps, calling them too extreme. Now his inner voice says something new. You didn't fail because of your salary. You failed because you never respected that money. And slowly the gap widened, my friends, between the rich and the poor. Right. Now Mr. Rich's daughter turns 18. She opens her first brokerage account, funded with dividends from shares he gifted from her dad. And when she was a child, she knows what compound interest is because her dad used to teach her every day. She doesn't fear money now, she understands it. On the other hand, Mr. Poor's home, it's always been stress running very high. His son recently asked for help with student loans, but there's nothing saved. They argue often. Mr. Poor feels ashamed, not because he didn't love his family, but because he confused comfort with preparation. You see, 2 lives, 2 paths. One shaped up by patience, the other by denial and procrastination. So friends, which one are you becoming? Mr. Poor or Mr. Rich? Comment below. I would like to see your thoughts. So now start building your wealth journey today, $1 at a time, one habit and one video at a time. Subscribe to Aussie Wealth Builder, where financial freedom begins. Please leave a comment What's one thing you will stop doing after hearing this story? And what will you start doing today? So, again, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.